I am Nidhin Valson. I am IPS Officer of 2012 बैच. मैं जे कैंसर हो गए थे, स्टेज 4 कैंसर हुआ था, बहुत टफ टाइम थे. I thought like should come back with a bang.
आप इसके बारे में बताओ ना. स्टेज 4 कैंसर, लोग वापस नहीं आते हैं इससे, और अगर कोई आता भी है तो वो ऐसे ऐसे होते हैं, बस खत्म, फिनिश्ड.
हमारे माइंड में एक नेवर गिविंग अप एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए.
इट्स नॉट कि ओके आज आपको सुन लिया तो कल से बंदा एनलाइटन हो गया. इट्स अ मसल.
सो अगर एनाटॉमी ऑफ ए ब्रेन अगर आप देखा जाए तो ब्रेन इज मोर नथिंग अदर देन न्यूरल कनेक्शंस. इट्स लाइक इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किटरी. तो अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, तो इट इज एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किटरी इज रनिंग इन द ब्रेन विच इज सेइंग आई वोंट बी एबल टू डू इट.
This is a very misunderstood thing, I'd say, that people, when a problem hits them, they get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They don't see it as an opportunity कि इस problem को अगर मैं conquer करूंगा, तो then on the other side there is a better version of me.
Journey is always better than the outcome. So we enjoy the journey than the outcome. अगर आप outcome को priority करेगा, and if you are not able to reach the outcome fast, तो आप छोड़ देंगे.
Why are people scared of policemen?
So those who don't break the law need not be scared of the police. When you are doing this combat sport, you are completely immersed in it. It is a meditative exercise also, I would feel, except for the parts when you get
punched in the face. Then the meditation goes out.
Then you see stars. I saw stars a couple of times.
Nidhin, welcome to the video, welcome to the podcast, and thank you so much for being here and agreeing to do this.
Yeah.
I'd like to start by asking you, what has your journey been? From, being a normal person, a civilian, to becoming a cop, and then doing what you do today, to fighting cancer. Give us उसका छोटा वर्जन क्या है? मैं आपसे डिटेल में क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा इस वीडियो में, बिकॉज मुझे पता है बहुत कुछ है आपके पास शेयर करने को. आप नॉकआउट के मेंबर भी रह चुके हो. So there is a lot inside you which I will try to bring out today in this video for our viewers. But I would like you to start by giving us a brief introduction about yourself.
I am Nidhin Valson. I am IPS Officer of 2012 बैच. तो मैं 2014 to 17 में दिल्ली पुलिस में पोस्टेड थे. I was ACP सरिता विहार. इस एरिया के बगल वाला सब डिवीजन बोलते हैं एसीपी सरिता विहार. तो जब एसीपी सरिता विहार था तो मैं नॉकआउट फाइट क्लब के मेंबर थे. मैं इधर बॉक्सिंग सीखने के लिए आते थे. उस टाइम मेरा कोच थे ईवा. उसके बाद इधर से ट्रांसफर हो गया. आई वाज ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम हियर. फिर उसके बाद मैं आउट ऑफ दिल्ली गया. आउट ऑफ दिल्ली लक्षद्वीप, गोवा. 6 साल के बाद मैं वापस आया. तो जब मैं लक्षद्वीप से दिल्ली गया उस टाइम मुझे बीमारी हुआ था. मैं जो कैंसर हो गए थे, स्टेज 4 कैंसर हुआ था, बहुत टफ टाइम थे. बट आई केम आउट ऑफ इट. बीच में कोविड भी हो गए थे, कोविड से भी निकल के आ गया. देन आई थॉट लाइक शुड कम बैक विथ अ बैंग. सो आई डिसाइडेड आई विल डू द आयरनमैन. Ironman में क्या होता है कि we have to swim 2 kilometers in the sea followed by 90 kilometers swimming, cycling and 21 kilometer running. So I trained for almost 8-9 months and I did Ironman in 8 hours, 3 minutes. So I have written that experiences, how I fought cancer, how cancer enlightened me, how cancer ignited my spirit, and how I became an Ironman. So that has been...
That's right here, guys, in this book.
Cancer Man.
So we will put the link in the description of the video. This book is available on Amazon. You need to get this book. क्योंकि ये book एक journey है of someone who fought a battle जिससे ज़्यादा लोग वापस नहीं आते हैं. So that's what really inspired me, when I found out about this. मेरे खुद 4 हार्ट के सर्जरीज हुए हैं. And I often tell people कि भाई जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है लाइफ में, जो भी आपकी डार्कनेस है, किसी भी एरिया में हो, हेल्थ में, फाइनेंशियल हो, कुछ भी हो, योर ड्यूटी, योर धर्मा इज टू फाइट अगेंस्ट इट लाइक अ वॉरियर, कॉन्कर इट, एंड लाइक द वर्ड यू यूज्ड, enlightenment. Get enlightened by it. Become a better person because of it. Become somebody who's wiser because of it, right? So that, if you want to understand, if you want to read about a man who's done that journey, that's right here in this book. So definitely check the book out. But इसी से शुरू करते हैं. आप इसके बारे में बताओ ना, स्टेज 4 कैंसर. लोग वापस नहीं आते हैं इससे, और अगर कोई आता भी है तो वो ऐसे ऐसे होते हैं, बस खत्म, फिनिश्ड। आप बैठे हो यहाँ एकदम सॉलिड, तो क्या इसके पीछे, हाउ डिड यू डील विद इट?
मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आई वुड से कि हमारे माइंड में एक नेवर गिविंग अप एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए। कुछ भी जिंदगी में आए, मतलब ये फाइट हो या फिर बीमारी हो या फिर फाइनेंशियल डिफिकल्टी हो या फिर और भी कोई डिफिकल्टी हो, हमें जिंदगी में कभी हार नहीं मानना चाहिए। बिकॉज इफ यू जस्ट एंड्योर, थोड़ा सा अगर वो पेन को हम एंड्योर किया करता है, हम थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखते हैं, उसके बाद एक बड़ा जिंदगी और एक गोल्डन एज इज गोइंग टू कम इन अवर लाइफ। That is what I believe. So that urge to live a better life, urge to live or come back to life, वो मुझे मोटिवेट की। फिर more than that, मेरा family, my kids, my wife, my friends, they all helped me to come out of this. Then I decided I will do Ironman. So Ironman is like a journey in which you have to train yourself for 10 months continuously. So I enjoyed that process. It is just like coming for a boxing practice every day. Every day you become yourself more perfect and perfect and perfect. So in Ironman you become more and more. Your endurance increases every day. So it is a journey. I enjoyed the journey and I became an Ironman.
It's very interesting that you say कि if you don't give up, आपको जो अदर साइड पे मिलता है इज द गोल्डन एज।
Yes.
तो आई ऑलवेज टेल पीपल दैट देर इज नो लाइट विदाउट डार्कनेस,
Yep.
एंड देर इज नो रेनबो विदाउट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ रेन।
Yes.
आई फील कि जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं हमारी लाइफ में, दे कैन मेक अस अ मच बेटर मैन,
Yeah.
अगर हम उनको एक सही स्पिरिट में लें। एंड यू नो आई रियली बिलीव इन इट। जैसे मैंने बहुत कुछ देखा, आई हैव सीन डिप्रेशन, आई हैव सीन नॉट हैविंग मनी। नाउ व्हेन आई हैव मनी, my appreciation for it is very different. क्योंकि मैंने वो जीरो से क्लाइम अप किया है, तो I know how to be a leader.
Yeah.
I know how to empower others. So this is a very, very, very misunderstood thing, I'd say, that people, when a problem hits them, they get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They don't see it as an opportunity कि इस प्रॉब्लम को अगर मैं कॉन्कर करूंगा, तो देन ऑन द अदर साइड देयर इज अ बेटर वर्जन ऑफ मी, देयर इज अ वाइजर वर्जन ऑफ मी, और फिर मैं आयरन मैन कर सकता हूँ, या मैं बॉक्सिंग कर सकता हूँ, एंड दैट जस्ट बिकम्स लाइक अ बैज ऑफ ऑनर, राइट? दैट आई ओवरकेम दिस, एंड you know, like despite that I went and achieved my dreams. I went and did Ironman, I went and did this, that. What would you say is the number one reason people give up and people don't look at their problems कि भाई इसको conquer करना है, जो आपने किया, जो मैंने किया? ऐसे बहुत लोग क्यों नहीं कर पाते हैं?
Impatience, I would say. Impatience and lack of consistency. Like everybody wants results very fast and without effort. जैसे I share an example. 1 जनवरी में सारे ट्रेनिंग क्लब में जाओ या फिर कोई जिम में जाओ, लोग, क्लब विल बी फिल्ड विद पीपल. फिर एक हफ्ते के बाद वो लोग कम हो जाएंगे, 1 महीने के बाद तो इट विल गो बैक टू द यूजुअल पीपल. इट विल बी सेम इन द पार्क्स ऑल्सो. Consistency is very important. You have to be consistent and you have to be patient. अगर मैं एग्जाम्पल बताता हूं, वी ऑल ऑफ देम अस गो टू वर्कआउट, जिम में ट्रेनिंग करते हैं. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु कांट डू पुल अप, और मैंने एक बार ट्राई की पुल अप करने का. मुझे 6 महीना लगा एक पुल अप करने में. 6 महीना slowly I was able to do the pull up. I don't know, some people might do it fast, but 6 महीने का जो प्रोसेस है, that process is what, if we enjoy, that moment is what we enjoy. I think if you are enjoying that journey, जैसे आपने अभी बोला कि मतलब आपको सब मिलने के बाद your attitude has changed, but वहां तक पहुंचने में जो एक प्रोसेस है, if you enjoy that process, the outcome is irrelevant.
Yeah.
The journey becomes better than the outcome.
100%.
Journey is always better than the outcome. So we enjoy the journey than the outcome. अगर आप outcome को priority करेगा, एंड इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू रीच द आउटकम फास्ट तो आप छोड़ देंगे. तो इम्पेशेंट और ये कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं होता. तो इफ यू एंजॉय द जर्नी then you become more consistent and you become persistent also, then you will achieve the outcome. Then you will understand that the journey was better than the outcome.
That's a great answer. आपने ये भी आंसर कर दिया कि how do you become patient and consistent?
Yes.
You become patient and consistent by enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Right? So, हमारे नॉकआउट में कहावत है, consistency eats intensity for breakfast. Consistency eats intensity for breakfast. You can be intense one day.
Yeah.
कि मैं आज जिम जाऊंगा, मैं 3 घंटे मैंने वर्कआउट कर लिया. If there is another guy who only goes for half an hour,
Yeah.
but he goes for 5 years,
5 years.
and you go for 5 days, he wins.
That's correct.
You can't out-compete someone who is consistent
Yes.
and patient. It's
Yes.
impossible.
Yes.
It is impossible. And you very beautifully put it, कि the way to be consistent and patient is to enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
अगर आपको आपका काम ही पसंद है, अगर आपको मजा आ रहा है जिम जाके या फाइट क्लब जाके या अपना बिजनेस करके या पुलिस की नौकरी करके, तो आप बड़े आराम से कर लोगे. You will win in the long run.
Yes.
That's a great piece of advice right there. So I want to ask you, आपकी क्या वो चीजें हैं, your habits, rituals that you are very consistent with, कि इसके साथ compromise नहीं करना? Because I believe that a person's habits and a person's rituals really shape the person's results.
Yeah.
अगर मेरा ritual है daily meditate करना है, it will shape my character, it will shape my results. अगर मेरा ritual है daily अपनी टीम को empower करना है या daily कुछ और करना है, workout करना है, तो it will shape my results, it will shape my quality of life. So what are your non-negotiable habits कि भाई ये तो करना ही करना है?
First is prayer.
Wow.
Every day I pray. Second, I do affirmations. I keep telling myself positive affirmations. Third is manifestation or visualization, which I try to think myself as what I want to be. Then I try to do at least 10, 15, 20 minutes of workout. Then I keep a gratitude journal in which I thank God for whatever I have, whatever he or she has given me in the previous day. And one thing which I try to do every day is to read a little bit of positive connotations or books. This I make sure that I do almost every day. And I have been doing this for last 36 months without a break, unless and otherwise I was too sick to get up.
Is this something that helped you get through cancer?
This helped me to conquer Ironman. This helped me to conquer myself. This helped me to come out of very bad situations also.
So when you were dealing with stage 4 cancer, you were constantly visualizing and affirming.
No, I would say initially stage 4 cancer के time में नहीं था. This all things I started after I came out of the cancer, and this was because before I started my Ironman training. In fact, I would say I was finding it very difficult to rehabilitate myself to society after my treatment. I had a lot of anxiety issues. I had socializing issues. I had confidence issues. In fact, I was not much happy about myself.
Wow.
So I underwent some form of counseling. So in the counseling, there were some guiding principles which actually made me think about these things. फिर मैं ये उसके बारे में सोचना शुरू किया. मैं एक साइकोलॉजी स्टूडेंट भी.
अच्छा.
तो मैं मास्टर्स भी किया हूँ, तो उसमें मेरा थोड़ा पता भी है कि
इंटरेस्टिंग.
तो फिर मैंने तो जब दिसंबर 2021 में मैंने ये प्रोसेस स्टार्ट की, और जनवरी में किसी ने मुझे आयरनमैन सजेस्ट किया, और फरवरी से मैंने आयरनमैन ट्रेनिंग की. तब से मैं, जब तक आयरनमैन हुआ तब तक मैं डेली विजुअलाइज करता था मैं आयरनमैन कैसे बने. सो फ्रॉम दैट टाइम आई हैव बीन डूइंग दिस.
तो आप जो बोल रहे हो ना, बाय द वे, आई एक्नॉलेज यू फॉर बीइंग सो ओपन अबाउट योर स्ट्रगल्स. Only a very strong and brave man can talk about his weaknesses, because everybody wants to show like, nobody can mess with me. But true strength, according to me, is that you are able to accept your vulnerabilities also. So I really acknowledge you for being able to say that, okay, after cancer, I was dealing with this. But you didn't let yourself just be there.
No.
You went from being someone who's a cancer survivor to going back into life like a warrior. वो जो ट्रांजिशन है, थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताओ. You could have been a normal person, right?
Yeah.
You could have been like, okay, मुझे कैंसर हुआ था, अब मेरे को छोड़ दो, अब मेरे को टीवी देखने दो, जैसे हो जाता है लोगों के साथ. I could have been, I'm a heart patient. I run India's... है?
You didn't give up.
I run India's largest chain of martial arts academies. मेरे को लोग देखते हैं, वो कहते हैं आप हार्ट पेशेंट, कहीं से भी सर से लेकर पांव तक, you're not a heart patient, right? Same for you. तो you could have been that guy who's like, हाँ मैं कैंसर हो गया, छोड़ दो मुझे नहीं करना, मैं पुलिस नहीं कर रहा, मैं नहीं कर रहा. But you were like, no, to hell with this, मैं आयरन मैन करूंगा. That transition, 180-degree flip. Tell us about that.
I think in life you should never give up. You should always try to get more and more experience. Life में क्या है, मतलब if you define life is about moments. And the moments can be either sad, sometimes good, sometimes sometimes you have to fill your life with those experiences. So आफ्टर द ट्रीटमेंट मेरा फिटनेस वॉज वेरी बैड, सो आई वॉन्टेड टू कम बैक टू लाइफ पॉजिटिवली. फिर मैंने सोचा कि मैं थोड़ा सा कुछ मैराथन करता हूँ. तो मैराथन में क्या होता है कि मतलब इट इज ओनली रनिंग ओनली. Then somebody suggested this idea of Ironman. So Ironman, initially I was totally unaware. I thought like Ironman is like वो एक Avengers में एक Ironman होता है, वो एक सुपर हीरो टाइप, वही मैं जानता था. फिर उन्होंने बोला कि इसमें स्विमिंग है, साइकिलिंग है, रनिंग है. तो then I thought I'll just give a try. फिर मेरे माइंड में एक crazy idea आया, I would say, कि if I am able to do Ironman within a year after I survive cancer, that will be like a strong message to the world.
Yeah.
That life is not about giving up. Life it's about getting hit. How much hard you get hit, you don't give up. You stand up and
Rocky,
put back.
Rocky has
got
it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and still keep moving on. Yeah. That's great. That's actually a very inspiring message for young men. कि भाई कुछ भी हो जाए, लाइफ में तो लगना तो है, सब लगेगी. आप कुछ भी कर देखो, इफ यू आर प्लेइंग बिग गेम्स तो लगेगी. यू वांट टू बी अ स्मॉल नोबडी, मे बी यू कैन बी सेफ. आई थिंक इवन देन यू कांट बी सेफ. बट कुछ बड़ा करना है, कुछ भी बड़ा बिजनेस करना है. लेट्स से पुलिस में ही, लेट्स से somebody watching this wants to become a police officer, wants to become like you someday. To rise up the ranks, वो अपने आप में एक चैलेंज है, उसमें अपने आप लगेगी, राइट? बिजनेस करना है, उसमें अपने आप लगेगी. Business is not easy. Making money, success is not easy. तो आपको चोट तो लगेगी. अब आपके अंदर वो क्षमता होनी चाहिए कि आप उस चोट को खा के आगे बढ़ सको. और जो कैंसर स्टेज 4 है, उससे बड़ी कोई चोट नहीं है. जो हार्ट ऑपरेशन है, उससे बड़ी कोई चोट नहीं है. So that's actually a great message for people out there. What other things do you think the young guys and young girls watching us, what do you think they should have in their mindset right now? One is this, never give up. Another, what you said, is prayer and spirituality. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about why that is important, and then maybe some other things you feel that are important for the youth. Because I believe, Nidhin, if you want to truly be powerful, you need to connect with something that is higher than you.
Yes.
You cannot, like, so I study warriors, right? My business is all about war and warriors. I study warriors, and the greatest warriors were always up to something bigger than them. They were either fighting for a king, they were either fighting for a holy cause, they were freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh. भगत सिंह को जेल में बर्फ की सिल्ली पे लटा रखा है, और वो मतलब अकॉर्डिंग टू द मूवी, आई डोंट नो हाउ ट्रू इट इज, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू द मूवी भगत सिंह को बर्फ की सिल्ली पे लटा रखा है और उसको डंडे मार रहे हैं, और वो ये नहीं कह रहा मुझे छोड़ दो, वो गाने गा रहा है, देखना है जोर कितना तो दैट काइंड ऑफ मैडनेस can only come if you are connected to something higher than yourself.
Yeah.
So what are, these 2-3 things you feel people need to bring into their mindset, bring into their way of being?
One I already told you, it's like never give up. Second is spirituality. You should be connected to the oneness, the Aham, the Brahma, the all omnipresent power or the force of this world. And how you get connected to this divine power, or you can say godliness, is through spirituality. And what is spirituality? Spirituality is consonance between you, your mind and your soul, and the present moment. If you are able to connect all this, that means you have to completely experience the present moment. When you are in the present moment, enjoy that present moment. Don't carry the backlog of past, neither you think about the future. You live in the present moment. And how do you do that? You have to practice yourself to enjoy the present moment. So for that, it is very, very important that we spend at least 35 to 40 minutes for yourself a day. In that yourself, you should train your body and you should train your mind. By training your body, I mean you can do some fitness, some exercises, some training, some running, some Surya Namaskars, might be some little bit of boxing, high intensity interval training. There are a lot of exercises which you can do. And some 20 minutes you actually give for your mind, so that you relax your mind and you fill yourself with mindfulness, so that you are able to get hold of that ultimate power. These things will make you physically and mentally strong, so that we are able to take up the challenges in the life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I really like how you said, even being in the present moment is a muscle you have to build.
Yes.
It's not कि okay, आज आपको सुन लिया तो कल से बंदा enlighten हो गया. It's a muscle.
Yeah. I'll explain it if I'm...
Yeah.
See, the brain is the thing which makes us think. सब लोग सब बोलते हैं कि हार्ट है, माइंड इधर है. तो माइंड ठीक है, हार्ट तो इधर है, बट द थॉट एंड ऑल एवरीथिंग इज इन द ब्रेन. सो अगर एनाटॉमी ऑफ ए ब्रेन अगर आप देखा जाए, तो ब्रेन इज मोर नथिंग अदर देन न्यूरल कनेक्शंस. इट्स लाइक इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किटरी. तो अगर आप एक थॉट, इफ यू आर थिंकिंग समथिंग, इट इज एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किटरी. तो अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, तो इट इज एन इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किटरी इज रनिंग इन द ब्रेन विच इज सेइंग आई वोंट बी एबल टू डू इट. That I won't be able to message is getting conveyed to your hands, your legs and your body, which will make you not feel like doing it. Now you tell your brain, I will be able to do it. First the brain बोलेगा नहीं, कल तक तो तुम बोल रहा था कि I will not be able to do it. Brain will start opposing it. You repeatedly say it, I will be able to do it. Slowly, brain will convert that I will not be able to do it to I will be able to do it. I'll be able. So that is where consistency and persistence is important. You are consistent and you are persistent. So slowly the brain will become hearing you. Start hearing you. I am able to do it. I am able to do it. I will be able to do it. I am a fighter. I will not give up. And when I am telling the brain, the new circuitry is formed which is positive. That circuitry will get transformed into your hands, your legs, your body, and the body starts responding. So it is scientific. What we give as input, our body is nothing other than a control system. What feedback we give to the body, that is how it responds. So if you input it with positive thoughts, it will give out positive outcome. If you input it with negative thoughts, it will give you negative outcomes.
Ladies and gentlemen, enlightened police officer.
No.
You should consider becoming a baba or a coach. This is really what you said is mind blowing.
It's not about being Baba or something. These are
But it's
actually
science.
It's science. It's simple
science,
science. Simple
yeah.
science. Simple science.
You beautifully explained. It gets put into your nervous
Yes,
system.
yes.
And then it becomes your actions.
Yes.
And then your actions become your results.
Yeah.
And it's a very amazing coincidence. Today, after my session, I was explaining this to people that if you don't give your brain the right food,
No.
you will actually lie to yourself.
Yes.
You will say, so I asked somebody, do you want to become successful? He said, no. I was like, you're lying because your brain has been conditioned so much.
Yes.
You don't believe that it's possible. So instead of saying, I can't do it, which is a negative thing to the ego, you are saying, I'm not interested in it. Right? It's difficult to say I'm incompetent. मेरे बस की नहीं है.
No. So everybody is competent.
It's easy to say कि नहीं मुझे नहीं करना.
Now you see the Paralympics.
Yeah.
How our athletes perform. People who are not having hands, they are doing it with the neck and the legs and becoming gold medalist.
Yeah.
So a person without body parts, they are able to achieve such a great success. And the people who are blessed with the body parts, if they are saying these things, I think it is total injustice and irreverence to the ultimate authority.
Absolutely. God has given you this life and you should do justice to it.
Justice.
And it all starts with the mind. And I think feeding the mind good thoughts is also important. Good, like reading the Gita, reading the Bible, reading all these religious books. And even, so I'm not comparing the book to Gita or whatever, but it's a great food for thought, food for your brain, that you read about someone like him who's done the journey, who's been in darkness, who's fought the darkness and now understands how to be a warrior, how to be a high-performing individual. So definitely, I would say it once again, check this book out on Amazon and order it if you want. तो आप नॉकआउट के मेंबर रह चुके हो.
Yeah.
और आपने यहाँ खूब ट्रेनिंग करी है, स्पारिंग भी करी है. पर्सनली मेरे लिए बड़ा इंस्पायरिंग था to see, such a senior policeman here with gloves on, fighting with people, training. तो थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताओ, आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था एंड डू यू थिंक मार्शल आर्ट्स इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर पीपल?
It is, I remember it was in 2015 end. मेरा बेटा हुआ था, पहला बेटा अक्टूबर 2015 में. तो पैटर्निटी लीव लेके मैं घर गया था. तो पैटर्निटी लीव में मैं घर पे अकेला था. तो मैंने क्या किया कि बैक टू बैक रॉकी बल्बोआ का सीरीज मूवीज देख ली. रॉकी 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I started loving boxing. Then I started to reading about Cassius Clay, Joe Louis, Mike Tyson, all these big guys. Cassius Clay alias Muhammad Ali's. This one, I read that book, Autobiography, The Greatest. I saw the movie Ali, in which Will Smith played the role of Muhammad Ali. Then I saw a lot of boxing movies back to back, and I fell in love with boxing. Crazily fell in love with boxing.
And these are all classics, by the way. If you haven't seen them, you should see them. So people have seen fights like Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which is not a real fight. But people have not seen the classics which he's talking about.
Joe Louis versus this one, Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali का एक और fight है.
Tyson, Ali, all of this is classics. You must watch these fights. Yeah.
So then I thought like I want to learn boxing. Whatever be it, I want to learn boxing. So at that time I was posted in this, just as I told earlier, I was posted in the nearby subdivision, ACP Sarita Vihar I was, and this comes in the Kalkaji subdivision. So then I searched in Google at that time, and I think Knockout was the only place where there was boxing training. So I came here, I joined, then I started training, and that time when a person from African origin, Emma, what is his name? Eva used to be. He was a big, huge man.
Yeah, so back in the day, one of our main coaches here was a 7 feet tall, 150 kilos big African man. He was the coach
here. And he was a really good coach. He actually used to make us work very hard. So it was almost 1.5 hours of workout, almost 1 hour of intense training. It was like an high intensity interval training followed by half an hour of jab, cross, and we used to do sparring also. So I did it for some time and I liked it and I continued because of then after that I was transferred also, so my posting got little far. Then I was not able to continue it. But still I remember that jab, cross, uppercut and hook. I try to teach my baby girl also. She loves those moves and she comes to me and say, Papa, let's do that thing. Jab, cross. So I say like, okay, this is come hit here. Jab, cross, uppercut, hook.
Great.
So I say,
आपके बच्चों को सिखाएंगे.
I will send them here. That can be considered. My baby girl, she likes the boxing techniques. So that is how it was in 2015. I did it for some time. Then after that, I was transferred. Then I stopped it. But still, I tried to continue wherever it's possible.
So what do you think is the benefit for doing something like a combat sport? What does one get, physically, mentally?
Combat sport actually, I think most important thing what you get from a combat sport is that confidence about yourself. And in combat sport, it's not about trying to fight somebody, it's about defending yourself. So all the teachers teach us like it's about only defending ourselves when you have to usually fight. So it is also a test of your patience and self-control. It teaches you self-control. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you, it gives you more confidence. And above all, I feel when you are doing this combat sport, you are completely immersed in it. It is a meditative exercise also, I would feel, except for the parts when you get
punched in the face. Then the meditation goes out.
Then you see stars. I saw stars a couple of times.
Yeah. But that's really great that you use the word meditation, because I often tell people this. You sit and you try to empty your mind. Okay, that's one way. When you have another man trying to punch you in the face, you're automatically in the present.
You are focusing on him only.
You are in the present moment. There is no chance you can think about the future or the past, the girlfriend who broke your heart. There is a guy who's going to punch you in the face. So all these benefits are there, and thank you for sharing that. What do you think about self-defense? How should a person, because these two things are different. Combat sport is different.
Yep.
And real life self-defense is different.
Yep.
Right? There is थोड़ा बहुत transfer है कि अगर मुझे punch मारना आता है, चलो, I'll be confident. But real life self-defense is 90% about your awareness, mental sharpness. So what message would you like to give to the general public about how to keep yourself safe and how to keep your loved ones safe?
First of all, in case of any emergency, the first thing what we should always try to do is contact police. We have an emergency number 112. You should dial 112. Sometimes 112 should be immediately dialed, and you should give that location to the person that I feel threatened, and so that the police is able to give you support. Second thing which I would say, like the police might take some time for them to reach, and if there is a situation, we should have enough training to hold for some more time. So that actually, if we are able to gain some confidence in, and if somebody is trying to threaten you, or if there is a chance that somebody is trying to put a threat on your life, you should be able to have some confidence to actually stand to the ground and make some moves which makes you safe, or at least your life safe for some time. So for that, the self-defense is important. Self-defense is not only about the physical moves, it's also about the confidence in which gives you some amount of awareness or attentiveness to that situation. So it's important that we learn some few basic techniques of self-defense, which helps us in some situations like that. So self-defense is very, very important, especially when people like girls and who are working late nights and all. Some few techniques we should be learned so that we are able to hold on for some time by the time the backup arises. For example, if you are not able to call the police, we should be able to reach to a situation where we are able to seek help from others. For that, we will have to hold it for some time. So we should have some amount of confidence how to deal with a situation. So if we are able to train some situations, it's like mock drill. It's like you are hypothetically practicing some real life situations so that in real life when these situations come, you are able to defend yourself properly.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you said mock drill. I'm actually genuinely surprised. Yeah. Genuinely surprised. Because that is a very high level self-defense thing. What we do now with girls is we do acting. It's proper role play.
Yeah, role play.
That I am a person who is teasing you on the road.
Yeah.
How will you deal with me?
I saw a couple of your videos. They were really good.
Yeah.
In YouTube and all, I saw your videos. They're really good.
Yeah. So like, for example, in a cab.
Yeah.
If you're a girl in a cab and you realize the cab driver is taking you somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't instantly start screaming and shouting because he may attack you.
He may attack.
You use your brain.
Yes.
You inform the police. You send the location to 5 people who will come after you.
Yes. Nowadays you can share live location via WhatsApp.
Yeah. Yeah. And you use deception.
Yes.
Let him think you don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
So it's all mental also.
Yeah.
Right? And
so that is a confidence we have to face this situation. That is what by self-defense we should instill in our public, in our girls, in our all those people who are actually might be facing these situations in their life.
Yeah. And another benefit of mock drill, like you said, is that once you've done it 100 times in the training center, when it happens in real life, it doesn't overwhelm you.
Yes.
The biggest problem I've seen with civilians is they get into a freeze response. Stuck. They can't run. They can't fight. They are just stuck.
Yes.
You know, it's so crazy. I was doing research on FIR reports and this and that. And a lot of reports, they say I froze.
Yeah.
The girl says I froze. So these things.
There is a very famous saying, I don't know whether it is in Art of War book or some, it is a wartime saying which says like the more you sweat towards peace.
In training. Yeah.
Or the more you sweat during training, the less you bleed in war or in your actual fight. The more you train yourself. So in UPSC, civil services में भी हम बोलते हैं कि हम ज्यादा जितना mock interview लेता है उतना हमारा इंटरव्यू आसान हो जाता है जितना क्योंकि इट्स ए टोटली डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट यू सडनली गो टू द बोर्ड एंड you don't know what is environment. You actually train your mind to that environment that you don't get swayed away by the environment or you get overwhelmed by that situation or you don't get into that freeze situation. You have to keep doing these mock interviews.
Yeah.
The same like self-defense also.
Yeah.
You actually emulate these situations in the training session that in real life you are able to face it better.
Yeah, beautiful. The more you bleed in training, the less you bleed in war. I think I'd like to ask you one last question, which is why are people scared of policemen? Why? So I'll share my experience. Okay, I'll let you answer. But for the longest time, you know, I noticed in myself and in others that when we see a policeman, there is a sense of like, okay, policeman is here. Be scared. Be scared of policeman. For myself, I realized that, sure, you're a policeman, but you're also a human being. Why am I only looking at policeman? There is a human being also sitting there, right? So I realized I have my own concepts and own thoughts, which I put aside, like we spoke about being in the present moment.
Yeah.
the moment I put aside, my fear was gone, and I realized the police is actually there to help me.
Yes.
They're not there to scare me.
Yeah.
So that is how I overcame my, whatever ideas I had about the police. But a lot of people have this, like, oh, policeman. So what is this?
I think only people who should be scared of police are the people who breaks the law. So those who don't break the law need not be scared of the police. Police are actually an emergency response force. They are here to enforce the law and make sure that there is law and order in the society. The police are always helping people. They are trying to support people in situations. So I think this is a stereotype created in the minds of the people. But when you interact with police officers, you find they are overworked and people with a humane heart, and they always try to help others. But the thing is, like, sometimes they are overwhelmed with their work, so much of cases they have to handle. That might be the reason sometimes they are not able to prioritize some people. So otherwise, now
they
you talk
can't
to me.
speak to you like a hospitality. If you're expecting you go to a police station and they'll speak to you like how 5-star hotel people speak to you, like, hello sir. What is the shift of a police officer? It's crazy. A normal person,
though there is a
हवलदार जो होते हैं हमारे,
there is a shift. The problem with policing is like the work doesn't stop in that shift.
कभी-कभी 2 शिफ्ट 3 शिफ्ट.
जैसे आप रात को, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, सवेरे 8 बजे से रात को 8 बजे तक शिफ्ट है.
ठीक है.
इमेजिन करो, अब जैसे एक हॉस्पिटल में है तो आप नेक्स्ट जो स्टाफ आ रहे हैं उनको आप बता सकते हो कि इस पेशेंट को ये दवाई दे रहे, ये दवाई हो रही है, ये आप दे देना. तो नॉलेज ट्रांसफर हो गया. अब इमेजिन द सिचुएशन ऑफ ए पुलिस ऑफिसर. अब रात को सवेरे 8 बजे से रात को 8 बजे तक उनकी ड्यूटी है. तो अभी 6 बजे एक कॉल आते है उसके पास, एक इमरजेंसी ऑफिसर, कि किसी को चाकू मार दिया. तो वो सिचुएशन में वो सीन ऑफ क्राइम में जाता है. सीन ऑफ क्राइम में जाने के बाद जिसको चाकू लगा उनसे बात करता है, फिर उनको इमीडिएटली शिफ्ट करते हैं हॉस्पिटल में. हॉस्पिटल में शिफ्ट करते टाइम तक 1 घंटे तो वहां पे खत्म हो गया. 7 बज गया. फिर उसके बाद उसको डॉक्टर से मिलवाना है, उसका एमएलसी करवाना है. एमएलसी करवाने के बाद अब ये हो गया तो ये केस रजिस्टर करना है. So now you can't transfer that thing to a new police officer because he has seen that situation. He is a person who was on that scene. So that shift which was supposed to come and end to an 8 o'clock, it gets carried forward. So then work doesn't stop there. So by the time that work stops, that call stops, it might go for 1 day, sometimes 2 days. Because it's a long process. That is what happened.
Many officers are doing a double shift.
Yeah, it's not a double shift. It's a shift getting extended. For example, you are about to go to your home and accident happens.
अब 4 घंटे वहां लग जाएंगे.
4 घंटे लग जाएंगे. आपको वहां पे जाना है, वो एक्सीडेंट विक्टिम को लेके हॉस्पिटल लेके जाना है. देन उसके बाद एफआईआर रजिस्टर करना है. उसके बाद पकड़ना है. वो जिसने चाकू मारा वो वेट नहीं कर रहे ना पुलिस वाले आने का, वो तो भाग जाएंगे. तो इमीडिएटली यू हैव टू कलेक्ट द रिकॉर्ड्स, कलेक्ट द डिटेल्स एंड ट्राई टू ट्रेस दैट पर्सन एंड ब्रिंग हिम टू जस्टिस.
राइट.
सो द वर्क नेवर स्टॉप्स. And as soon as that case is over, another case comes.
So it's a very high stress job.
It is intense job. Intense. It is an intense job.
It is an intense.
Very
job.
intense job. Yeah. Very intense job.
और आप डील भी तो क्रिमिनल्स के साथ कर रहे हो, मतलब प्रॉब्लम्स के साथ डील कर रहे हो.
Yeah, you actually, the problem is like there are 2 parties, and so it's like there are 2 parties, and if both the parties are not happy, so automatically one party becomes if you have 2 parties and sometimes one party is correct and the other party is wrong, and the police officer stands with the party who is right, legally is right. The other party already is not happy with the policeman. He thinks that the policeman has favored the other party. So automatically 50% of the people who come to the police will get biased कि मेरे हिसाब से तो काम नहीं चला. So that also makes that perception.
एक पुलिसमैन की कॉन्शियसनेस कितना वेट होता होगा यार. Like, like constantly people are expecting you to be the one who does the right thing.
Yeah.
और बहुत सारे लोग आपको ये भी कह रहे हैं कि आपने ऐसे क्यों कर दिया, वैसे क्यों कर दिया. Accusations भी हो रही हैं. People are pointing fingers at you also.
Yeah.
तो कितना मतलब really now that you're talking about it, I'm just getting present to this. कितना मेंटल कंपार्टमेंटलाइज करना होगा चीजों को, कितना अपने आप को मेंटली एक आर्मर बनाना पड़ेगा मुझे, that I can't let go.
I was recently summoned to a court for an old case in which I was an investigating officer.
Okay.
So I was sitting in the court and hearing other cases. तो मैं एक केस मैंने नोटिस की जिसमें एक सब इंस्पेक्टर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर थे. आई डोंट नो मच डिटेल्स अबाउट द केस. जो डिफेंस के जो पार्टी थे, दे वर एलिजिंग सो मच ऑफ एक्यूजेशंस अगेंस्ट द सब इंस्पेक्टर एंड पार्टी. And I am 95 to 96% almost sure that the accusations which they told, 50-60% are exaggerated or are not true. But I am hearing those things being told by a person to another person that I have done these things. You imagine yourself in that situation. It is very difficult. आप सुन रहे हो आपके बारे में,
Very difficult.
आप आपके बारे में कि मैंने ये किया, मैंने तो किया भी नहीं. And somebody is going to judge you based on that.
Yeah.
Imagine all the people who are hearing it. What will they think about you? So it's not an easy job. It is a very intense job. So it requires a lot of courage to be a police officer. It requires a lot of courage to be a police officer.
And to retain your humanity also.
Yes.
It's easy कि आप over the years आप थोड़े नेगेटिव हो जाओ एज अ पुलिस ऑफिसर, आप थोड़े जेडेड हो जाओ.
That is why we give repeated sensitivity training. Our police headquarters keep on training our officers. Keep on sensitizing the police officers. Keep on giving sensitivity training. Keep on training. We give training to the officers on soft skills, how to deal with people. So that is continuous process.
So that they don't lose their humanity.
Yes, there's the humanity. And
Yeah.
nowadays we give training in stress management. We give training in yoga. We give a lot of training.
That's beautiful.
So that they are able to cope up with that stress and continue to deliver service in a very good passion.
Yeah. That's great. And I've, whenever I've spoken to a police person, human to human,
Yeah.
I've always found a very nice person. चाहे वो कोई भी हो, doesn't have to be a very senior officer like you. Even a normal havaldar.
Yes.
If I've spoken to him, human to human, he has been very helpful.
Yes.
No policeman to me has ever been like, I will not help you. They've been nice. They've laughed and joked with me. They've been like, हाँ ठीक है, जो भी है करते हैं. So I think like any fear, if you go beyond your own thoughts, be in the present moment,
Yes.
and actually connect with the truth in front of you.
Then there is no.
You
I
will-
told you, people should not. There is only people who should be afraid of police officers are
कुछ
those,
गलत कहा.
those who are breaking the law.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
आपको जरूर डरना चाहिए.
those who are breaking the law, they should be, because the law enforcement agency is police, and they will be brought to justice. If you have violated the law, then there are punitive measures, and police is the agency through which these people are brought to justice. So those people who are breaking the law or committing crime, they should be afraid of police.
Yeah. Great. I think that is a wonderful note to end the video on. Once again,
Thank you.
please check the book out. I think it is very inspirational. आपकी journey बहुत inspirational है. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so authentic.
Thank you.
And like just sharing yourself.
Yeah.
इससे बढ़िया वीडियो नहीं बन सकता था. I think maybe sometime in the future we should do a episode 2.
Let's see.
And if people want to maybe reach out to you or see more of your
I
work,
am available in Twitter, Nidhin Valson IPS, or I am available in Instagram and Facebook as in. So my name is Nidhin, Nidhin.
so we'll put all of these details, his Twitter, his Instagram, YouTube, whatever he has online, we'll put it in the description. If you like to, hear more of his story, please click on the links and check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.